This is my why. North Dakota Carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you. Carnivore, seeing it through, reversed it all, yeah, made it through. Let's stay together strong, me and you.
All right. Welcome to Tuesday night, and today is day 2 of a 3-day fast, or 48 hours, almost 48 hours now. I got 14 more minutes and I'll hit my 48 hours for the fast, going to 72 hours at least, which I'll probably end up closer to 73 hours. And that's what I'm looking for. So today was actually not a bad day at all. And I don't remember what my ketones were this morning, and I didn't download that information. Or I downloaded it, but it's on my phone. My phone's up there. I just checked my ketones when I got home from work, and they're actually not where I kind of thought they would be, but they're right at 2 right now. That was just 15 minutes ago. Yes, sir. I got Brian in here saying hello and then telling me to hit the button so the chat pops up across everything here. So we'll make that... let's make it tall, and there. That way anybody can see what's going on. But so today is day 2 of a 3-day fast, water fast it is, and it's for accountability, and it's to help anybody that is out here doing a fast. And hello, I don't even know what that is. Nice to see you here. Your DBR is 28. Ah, you got me beat there. I do have that on mine. Uncle Willie, hey, it's nice to see you out here today. Donna Ray, Bacon Runner, not fasting, just listening. That's fine too. And 22Q Cat. It's nice to see you in here. Now, yesterday I was actually a little more prepared. I just got home, like just after 6. Less than, it was about 10 minutes ago I got home. It was a long day at work. So I did have yesterday I had a thing set up where I could go over the effects of the fast at this point. I had it on a PowerPoint, and I didn't get time to put it on a PowerPoint today. Ethan, good evening. How are you tonight? Yeah, everybody's saying hello. Ron, it's nice to see you here again. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Awesome. And Luke, Captain Carnivore, hey, you're at work. I know what that's like. I do that quite often. I don't know if you guys can hear the commotion in the background. Somebody's here and my dogs are excited. Paul, how you doing today? Coming in from Toronto. Actually, you're just south of here. Well, you're south, further south than I am. Everybody's saying hello. Uncle Willie has lost 6 pounds since yesterday. My scale might be broken. Well, it depends upon what you're doing. I wish I would have did that because my scale actually just did a big one on me. On Monday morning. It's a Monday morning. Yeah, Monday morning when I weighed, I was 225. This morning when I weighed, I was 217. I know I didn't lose 8 pounds, but I know Sunday I was thirsty and I drank a lot. And sometimes if you drink a lot of fluid the day before and then the next day or 2 days later when you weigh yourself, you'll go down quite a bit of weight. Had an amazing day here today. Number 8, accountability buddy here. Hey, how's it going, Jester? It's nice to see you here tonight. Your scale are not talking at the moment. That's fine. You don't have to talk to the scale when we're all here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually share my other screen here so you guys can see what I'm going to be talking about real quick, because I didn't do the slide that I should have done. So what I'm presenting right now would be my buddy Grok. I'm going to take down the comments real quick. So what Grok has to say about this here is 24 to 48 hours deeper ketosis and autophagy ramp up. Your ketosis intensifies with a glucogen largely depleted. Your liver ramps up ketone production, and that's the beta hydroxybutyrate. And it comes from your stored fat. Ketones become the primary fuel for your brain and muscles. Many report enhanced mental clarity, focus, and stable energy, euphoria in some cases, and could be because, like me, I'm already fat adapted and well into a keto lifestyle. Autophagy accelerates at this point. Cells aggressively recycle damaged proteins and debris. The deep clean peaks in this window and supports anti-aging, reduced inflammation, and cellular repair. My carnivore background and your carnivore background enhances this, as low insulin and high fat metabolism amplify the process. Growth hormone surges. Levels stay elevated, often 2 to 5 times higher, preserving muscle and promoting fat loss. That's an important part that many people don't really get. When your growth hormones are elevated and your ketones are up, it preserves your muscle and promotes the fat loss. This protects your lean mass during your continued weight loss. So it's actually a good thing. And other shifts, insulin remains very low, improved sensitivity further, inflammation drops, and the appetite often decreases. So typical experience, hunger may peak around 36 to 48 hours, but then fades. Energy might dip initially, then stabilize. Electrolyte needs rise, add salt, magnesium, and bone broth, if allowing mineral calories to avoid headache and fatigue. So with that, it's one of the big things that I wanted to there we go. Too many buttons sometimes on these things to push, So put this back up there. And where did I leave off? Ethan, yeah. Everyone's saying hi still. Bacon Runner's got some bacon going there. Love Bacon Runner. Doing really good. It's sharp. How long have I lived in North Dakota? I was born and raised in North Dakota. I left for 20 years, and I've been back in North Dakota now for 20 years. So I am a North Dakotan. All right, so let me show where I was at the top of the hour here. This is, you can see it's at 6:01. I was at 47 hours and 30 minutes into this fast, which is 66% of it's done. And my Dr. Boz was at 38. My glucose is at 77 and my ketones are at 2.0, and that's just now. That wasn't this morning. I don't even remember what my numbers were this morning. They weren't this good, that's for sure. But I can feel the difference. I could feel the ketones when I was getting home, and I was like, I have to check it. Donnery says, maybe I missed it. Do you take glucose and ketone readings when fasting? I do. I check them all often, more than I should. I really do. And I have been, it's like, I left my Keto Mojo here at the house today. I normally take it with me to work, and I usually check my ketones at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I check them at 4 o'clock in the morning when I wake up. As Dr. Boz teaches, you test on the toilet, TOT. So that gives you your best results for your ketones in the morning. But a lot of times I forget to do that. But this morning I did remember to do it. I just forgot to take a screenshot of it. But this is my evening one. This is what I had just a few minutes ago. So it wasn't too bad. What is there in North Dakota? Also, are you trying to lose a lot of weight? I have lost a lot of weight. I've lost 142 pounds, and I've gained some of it back, and my body's healing. So I just wasn't ready to be at my lowest weight so far. And I'm slowly losing that weight again. So I don't mind. And I mainly fast for the benefits, for the healing of it, for the autophagy, for the different metabolic resets that happen within fast. So that's the reason why I fast. Also, I know when your ketones are up, the ketones cross the blood-brain barrier without insulin. So you don't need your insulin to do that, right? I was one of these lucky people who happened to be, I was in the military. I was stationed in Germany in the 1980s and the 1990s. One of the things that is really, people don't really know about, and unless you've been stationed overseas during that time frame, you wouldn't know about it. I cannot donate blood. That was actually lifted for the pandemic that we just had here not that long ago. But up until then, I was not able to donate blood because I lived in Germany between 1985 and 1995. It was during that period where our government facilities like our commissary and PX and stuff were buying local meats from Europe. And the Europeans weren't doing a very good job managing their herds. They had a lot of mad cow disease, and one of the ways that you spread that is through tainted meat. So if you eat the tainted meat of a cow, you can develop it. Well, one of the things that happens when you do that is, if you are a person to get it, the mad cow disease, it's a prion that basically eats your mind, eats your brain. A little lesson here. Sorry, it's going to be over quick. But I may have been exposed to that in the 9 years that I lived in Germany, or 8 years I lived there actually. So I can't give blood. One of the symptoms that they have for what happens to humans. It's called Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease. It's same thing as mad cow disease in a cow, but in people they call it Creutzfeldt-Jacobs disease, and it basically eats your mind. Very similar to dementia and Alzheimer's, but there's no way to test for it until you pass away and they open up your brain and take a look at it. I like to do fasting now. It's one of the things I've learned through my fasting and through my research. Grok is a great tool to use. Any AI that you train as a carnivore to go through can give you really good information most of the time. But one of the things I've learned is how well your body does at clearing out the bad cells and stuff when you're in a deep state of ketosis. And that's one of the reasons why I want to fast. I want to keep my mind sharp. And I may have been exposed to a very nasty thing, and I want to make sure that I'm here as long as I can be for my family and for my wife. But I've got a few more pounds I want to lose. I lost 130 pounds so far. I want to lose another 142 pounds. I want to lose another 30 pounds from that to be at my goal weight. So I still have a ways to go. Yep. Brian says, I was feeling the ketones like crazy last night. See, I didn't feel them last night, and that was really weird. Donna says hers were 2.7 at lunch. You only check ketones once a day, glucose all day long. Not diabetic, just interested. Yeah, I wear my CGM. You can't see it because that comment's in the way. I wear a CGM. I check my glucose with that throughout the day, so I can watch it. Uncle Willie says, stop testing. Spirits are too expensive. I only occasionally test during a fast. And I've told myself I was going to do that before too, and I keep not doing it that way. And Aaron is here, Booby Goats. On day 3 of canned fish and eggs. Awesome. How's that going for you, Aaron? Do you test your ketones at all? I've done the egg fast and I've done the sardine fast. I've never combined them though. That would be an interesting thing to do. Bacon Runner says, nice, Aaron. I'm on 3-day repeating menu. What are you eating right now, Donna? And Aaron says, I was told to check my ketones once in the early morning, right after I got up. Right, that's where Dr. Boz says you test on the toilet. You get your best results and your best ketones because of the dawn effect and the cortisol rising. If you wait too long, you're going to be losing your ketones already. And Ron says, today was our day for heat. 93 today, 99 for tomorrow. Man, I would actually like that. I'm just looking at my phone right now and it still says 63 degrees outside. So didn't really warm up here today. It warmed up a little bit and it was actually not too bad, but still really chilly here. It's supposed to be a little bit warmer here the next couple of days and finally hit the 80s again. That might be when ketones are highest, Aaron. In the morning, no. Actually, when your ketones my ketones are always higher at night. Like when I just got home tonight, mine were at 2. I know this morning mine were only at like 0.9, I think. But they're at 2.0 when I got home. Generally at night, like tomorrow morning, I expect my ketones to be between like 1.8 and 2.2 because that's generally what happens. Whatever my night reading is, I'm usually plus or minus 0.2 from that when I wake up in the morning. It's just what I've learned so far. But generally, your ketones are higher at night or in the early evening. And then in the morning, it's just a fasting ketone level that kind of gives a baseline for how you're doing. Thursday feels like temps. Oh my goodness, 120 degrees. That's going to be a bit warm. That is going to be hot. Dr. Boz, Brian's saying Dr. Boz talks about why that's the best time to test. She has several really good videos. And she does, if you haven't watched Dr. Boz, I highly recommend watching her. She's got some really good stuff. Don, how are you doing tonight? Aaron says my 24-hour regular fast, I was able to do 350 dips. You are better than me. I can't do those. I used to do Shanti's Insanity. I did the Asylum. I did the T25. I did the Max 30. I've done all of Shanti's workouts. And then some of them, he has those dips like that. I can't do them. My body won't let me do them. So congratulations on being able to do that. I can't. Don says beef and eggs today, steak tomorrow, sardines and sausage the next day. Ah, nice. That's actually a good schedule. I like that one. One second here. All right. And Aaron says, yes, I tested my ketones. Best so far was my regular 24-hour fast. That's cool. Up until my last extended fast, my highest ketone I had ever tested was 5.6 or something like that. And I'd hit that a couple of times on like 5-day fasts or right around the 4-day mark on a 5-day fast. And my last extended fast, I actually hit a 7.0 for my ketones. I was at work, and this is early in the morning too. And I got really tingly in the head, and it went down my spine, and I was like, oof, it's just like a rush of energy. And I'm like, I got to test my ketones real quick. And they were 7.0. So I can tell when my ketones go up because I get that tingly feeling in my scalp, and it's just really cool. And it simply works. It's actually not a bad schedule. I like that one. All right, how many dips did you do, Don Ray? This has got to be good. Oh, come on. Well, I did this last night, and I'm going to be doing it again. Wait a minute, where to go? Too many things going on here. Holy cow, 650 dips this morning? You are crazy. That's just nuts. So that was my little spiel, my little rant on what I'm doing and what's going on with me. And I told Brian I would do this here, and I told anybody else who was watching the other day that I would open up the panel, and anybody wants to come on and talk, they can. Yeah, we can have an open panel, open discussion with anybody that wants to talk about fasting and the benefits that you get from doing this. You don't have to. I'm fine with that too. But that was just, there are so many different benefits that you get from the fast, and just everything that goes on with the immunity resets, hunger signals. I started getting my leptin signals. It was shortly after my first 7-day fast. I started getting the signal that told me I was full, which was amazing. I still don't get it all the time. I get it once in a while, and usually when I'm eating a really high fat meal. That's something else I've learned too, is if you don't have enough fat, you won't get enough you won't get enough the hormones going through your body to give the leptin signal. So that does happen too. All right. I'm not going to try that name. Hello. Yep. How you doing? Donnery says, once again, just got out of the shower, already relaxing in PJs. Don't forget, I'm old. I'll come on next time. Well, I'm doing this again tomorrow, so don't take a shower until after this here. And Brian did decide to join us. How you doing, Brian?
Pretty good. Did you see me drop the phone?
What? You dropped the phone?
Yeah, right before I thought I was on the TV and I dropped the stupid phone. I went, oh.
Oh, that's funny.
What's that?
I said that was funny. I just had to change it back to my headset so I could hear better.
Come on, Donna Ray. Quit that way. Just come on. Very nice. Oh man, I went on Grandma's last night and I was there late, and about probably 10 o'clock, I went out for a walk at about 9 o'clock and with my wife, and got back in and I could feel the ketones, and they were strong. I couldn't get to bed last night. I just laid there in bed for probably about 2.5 hours, just staring at the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's when those ketones go up and you can feel it, that is just amazing. And Uncle Willie says he did a 16-day water fast in October. I haven't had the desire to fast since. Yeah, some people don't. I like the way I feel when I'm fasting.
Yeah. If I didn't have to eat, I wouldn't eat.
Right? I still would. I like to eat too. I like my steaks.
Only if I could have bacon.
Oh yeah. And lots of it, right?
Yeah. That's how I'm going to break my fast tomorrow. And I'm going to have some bone broth and then probably 3 or 4 boiled eggs and a little bit of bacon.
Right. I haven't even thought about breaking my fast yet. Oh.
This one's been really good. I was talking to Barb last night, and this fast has went really well and fast. Yeah, the last one before that sardine one, the last water I won, it just seemed to drag on forever.
But that was a 7-day fast that you did? Last water one?
The last water one, I think, was a 7. And then I had that 21-day sardine one, and started another. I was going to do 21 days, but I got good and sick. And I was feeling really good yesterday and most of today. And then a friend came over and I was talking to him out on the porch, and I stood up too long and I started feeling wonky and had to come back in.
Yeah. You've been taking your electrolytes?
Yeah. Yeah. I just ate probably about a teaspoon of salt just a second ago.
Yeah, I've been putting the red mint salt in my water, so this was full this morning, and that's been in my water now. So that's what I've had today for salt. And I actually weigh this. This is 7 grams of salt is what this holds. So I know when I empty out one of these here, it's 7 grams. So kind of have an idea of how much salt I'm taking in every day just by how much I have to refill it and everything.
Yeah.
But that's actually all I've had for yesterday and today for my electrolytes is just taking the red mint salt. I haven't used the raw element at all. I've just used the red mint salt so far, which is fine for me. I don't mind. Saves a little bit more money because it's a lot cheaper to have the red mint salt than it is to buy the element.
I saw Aaron had a live earlier and I missed it. I didn't get any notifications for it. And I was over at Christie's and Amy's thing. And then I saw
Right.
that Chris Nashville was on. I stopped in there for a minute right before I came here. And that's when I saw Aaron had a live. So
I didn't even see Aaron having a live. That's not even
YouTube,
nice.
YouTube's been horrible about notifications. I think we were talking about that last night.
Forgiveness Monday on Tuesday. That's what he did because he didn't do his live on Monday. Yeah, and that was about an hour ago that he just doing it. That's when I was watching Chrissy and Amy, and then driving home and getting here and setting this here up.
I told
Chris is on
everybody
right now.
I told everybody hi, and I was in Christie's, and nobody was saying anything. So I switched over to Amy's, and they're all in there, and then they started saying hi to me, and I was going, I just said hi.
Yeah. Yeah, I got notified that Amy was on. I didn't get notified that Christy was on,
Huh.
which is weird because they're on together. I should have gotten a notification for both of them. So
Yeah, I'm just the opposite. I got a notification from Christie's, and then I didn't realize that it was also being broadcast on Amy's, so I went over there.
yep. Hey, Uncle Charlie, how are you doing? You're going to Russ's channel tonight. Okay. Oh, that's with the God, what do they call it? It's with, I know which one that is too. I see Charger Mopar goes on to that. Rick does that with him. And am I going on there? No. I've got family coming over here probably in the next half hour or so. And before they even leave to go what they do got to do, I'm going to bed again. I got to get up at 4 a.m. So it's going to be too long of a night if I end up having to stay up and go to any more streams after this.
I understand that.
Wow. Yeah, my StreamYard is really wonky right now.
We're getting ready to get a nasty storm here in probably about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
No
And
tornadoes
we had
in
that
it.
yesterday.
Yeah, no tornadoes and high wind, and looks like a lot of rain.
Well, hopefully there aren't any tornadoes or any hail. We had south of where I live, maybe about 45 minutes, they had several tornadoes the other night out in the open country, so it didn't damage anything. It just went through some fields and stuff. But let's see, Uncle Charlie says I had a nice time of walk for dinner. Don't think he's going to be eating tomorrow. Well, we're going to be fasting tomorrow too, Uncle Charlie. So you're welcome to hang out with us and come in here and talk with us too. I found this out the other day. Uncle Charlie is actually a moderator on what is her name? Iron Lady Doc on her channel. I found this doctor and I can't remember what her name is. She's got a different name, but she has Iron Lady Doc is in her channel name. She is one of the smartest doctors I've seen and talked to outside of the other carnivore doctors. She tells you straight up as it is. And I like her. I like the way she talks and the way she does her stuff. I have not talked with Larry, and you know, but Kip he's out of surgery, and he made a video. I think he released it today. He released a video. He's down 40 pounds already, and he seems to be doing pretty good. He's very excited about it. He's still a little bit low in energy, which we know that's going to happen because of the recommended diet that they put these people on when they come out of their surgeries and stuff. So Yeah, she is. She's a very smart lady. I like her. He's got some really good information that she puts out. The first day I saw her, I was like, man, I like this doc, and I subscribed to her the first day that I saw her on here. Very good. Uncle Willie said I started walking again, doing 30-minute walks every day, about 4.5 miles in total. Nice.
That's great, Uncle Willie. Very nice.
That really makes a difference in how you feel. Uh, Helps to control the blood sugars. It helps with an appetite too. I like it. So, what benefits do you normally see when you're fasting, Brian?
Uh, One of the major things is mental clarity, especially when the ketones, like I was saying last night, when they were rushing, it felt like the light had been switched on and it was wonderful. And that's been going on most of today until I started feeling a little bit wonky. And inflammation. The sardine fast works wonders with that. I can feel it in my knees, hands, knuckles, hips. I feel so much better on a fast. And
Right?
I wasn't joking. If I didn't have to eat, I wouldn't eat at all. I mean, I would be perfectly fine if everything was running just good. Dr. Boz's live today was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch it again. She had some really good information in that live today.
Yeah, that's what I've been more concerned about was the brain fog too. That's that's been also one of the things is, and like I just said, the cognitive functions work a lot better. I have less brain fog, um, and ability to hold conversations.
Yeah, I can see that because I have some of the same benefits there. And one of the mental clarity, especially in the morning when when I first get to work, my normal day, I start at 5 a.m. My first meeting's at 7:30. My second one's at 9. And I have to put together a spreadsheet every day. And it's basically everything that we've done for the previous 24 hours at my work. And then I got a lot of stuff to do in the computer after I get that done. And it generally takes me a full 4 hours just to do everything I have to do with that one spreadsheet.
Since you use don't you use the continuous glucose monitor?
I do.
Have you noticed when you're at work and you're having a stressful day, can you tell on your monitor, and how does that affect everything else?
Yeah. Some days I can. Some days when I'm stressed, I mean, when shit hits a fan and I get really stressed, my blood sugars will go up. So I can tell it on there that they aren't stable. They'll be sporadic, and you can see it on my CGM. I can go from sitting at the 70s, and I can get to 100 because of stress.
Donna was testing. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say Donna was testing. I watched her video where she did those 600 and some dips, and that was just incredible. And her and Aaron have been doing that, and there are different challenges and stuff. But
Yeah.
Donna tested her sugar and then her ketones, and then she retested her sugar after she exercised, and it went up almost 30 points. It was, I think her first test might have been 69, and then it jumped up into the 90s, like 96 right after she exercised.
That's where that question in Dr. Boz's video today comes into play. The glucose rise because of exercise is not the same. It's not treated the same as a glucose rise from a carbohydrate.
Yeah.
So you have a different hormonal response to it. So you can have those peaks from exercise, and it's not going to affect your A1C. It doesn't hurt your body. It's actually a natural state and something that you should be doing. Uncle Willie's saying that he loses a lot of strength from extended fasting. I feel the opposite. I feel so energized. Even on a 7-day fast on my last day, I am just extremely energized. And okay, I don't work out hard at all. I don't like doing that, but I do walk, and doing my 3 or 4 mile walks while fasting. That the last couple of days of a fast, whether it's a 5-day or 7-day, I really have way more energy doing that.
Uncle Willie, do you do any strength exercises while you're fasting?
And Uncle Charlie says his blood sugar is anywhere from 55 to 78. Yeah. Now, do you wear a CGM, Uncle Charlie, or do you just test with a finger prick? Use testing blood. So I know. Okay, right now the CGM I'm wearing is the Lingo, and I've tested the Stello and I've tested the Lingo. I started with the Lingo first, and I tested that, and I would test against my Keto Mojo, and I found that the Lingo was 20 to 30 points lower than the Keto Mojo, and I would oftentimes run in the 50s on my Lingo. When I got the Stello was within 5 plus or minus of my Keto Mojo most of the time, so that was actually really accurate. And then I stuck with a Stello for, I don't know, about 9 months. I just went back to trying the Lingo, and the first one I put on failed. I sent it back. I got a new one, and that one and this one here. So I've done 2 of them now, and they've been extremely accurate this time. So they've been a lot better than what they have been. Uncle Willie says, I lost 100 pounds off bench press from a 6-day fast. What? Oh, you couldn't bench press. You lost 100 pounds off of your bench press in your 16-day fast.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah. I get that. You think pretty once in a while? You don't strength train while extended fasting, yeah. Aaron Booby Goat says, I wonder if the tests are a little bit off because of where the continuous glucose monitor is placed. Like you always prick your finger, but not back of your arm. It's an interstitial water or fluid that's testing here. It's actually not testing your blood, and the algorithm does whatever it is that changes it around. So you will get a different reading, but the last 2 Lingos I've had have been actually pretty close to what my Keto Mojo has been doing. So figured why not? I'll give it a try. Aaron, the carnivore guy, how's it going, bud? We missed your live today. I didn't get a notification. Neither did Brian. Uncle Charlie said I used to wear Dexcom. You believe it was a diabetic, not more. You believe you were diabetic, but no more. You don't want none of that stuff. Yeah, I don't either. I like to test myself to see what my body does with different things. So I like to wear one. You picked the wrong night to do Forgiveness Monday. Yeah, there's a lot of lives tonight, and when yours was going on, that's a lot of people were on there doing it.
There was 3 other ones, I think, at that exact same time.
Right. So there's a link in the description, Aaron, if you want to jump on too. It goes for anybody else on here, Uncle Charlie or Aaron, Uncle Willie. If you guys want to jump on, you can too. I don't mind. Got a few more minutes here before I'm going to call it a night. So Aaron says, I find my CGM varies from your right to your left arm. Yes, that does too. And I've tested the two CGMs. I wore the Stello on my right arm and the Lingo on my left arm for 2 weeks, and then I switched them. And it was just a little bit of a difference in there, but you could see the difference in them. That's why when my wife, she always puts hers in the same arm, because that way she knows she's getting about the same reading. And it's like when I prick my finger, I always prick my middle finger. I don't know why, but this is the only one I'll do take my blood from. Right? I've done it where I've taken it from my middle finger, my index finger, and then my ring finger. And I've got 3 completely different results. So I figure if I just stick to one, that's where I want to be. Yeah, it was a last minute thing tonight to do your Forgiveness Monday. Well, thank you, sir. Donna Ray's asking, when is your next show, Aaron? She's never seen it. He usually does them on Mondays, and he's looking at a time slot where it'll work best for him and for what he's doing. So you just have to check out his channel so that you can get his subscribe and hit the notification bell to get his notifications. Yeah, there's a lot of people on S6. Oh, you're just out listening? Okay. Uncle Charlie says, I don't wear them. All I know is if I wake up in the morning, that means I'm alive. Yeah, that's about the same thing I get in the morning when people ask me, hey, how's it going? I'm like, I made it to work.
Hi, Jerry.
Okay. See, that hasn't even popped up on my screen at all anywhere. Holy cow, I just had a whole bunch just pop in. Okay. The StreamYard's going actually further behind than this was. Aaron said I went to back to channels that I'm notified on. My notifications were off. Yep. I had to fix them. I had this weird pop-up that said, are you sure? Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? And I've had to do that too, where I've had to go back in. I've never had a pop-up ask me if I was sure if I wanted this notifications. But I've been unsubscribed to places that I've had for a long time. Yep. I forget that's what you meant. Awesome. You used to wear yours on your belly. You always pick your pinky. I've never done that. I've only worn it on my arm. I know the actual prescription CGMs, they tell you that you can wear them in different places. The Lingo and the Stello version, they both tell you not to do it anywhere but in the back of your arm. They don't recommend it doing on the belly or anywhere else. And there's Jerry. Hello, Jerry. You're not confused. Are you sure? That sounds like somebody that's confused saying that, doesn't it, Brian?
Hmm.
You're looking to buy an ice plunge for 14,000. It makes its own ice. No, if I wanted to do an ice plunge, I'd do that in the winter, and I'd do it right over here. I don't care to do ice plunges. Jerry's listening from work. Yep. That second shift, it's always such a fun shift to work. I actually like my third shift.
Always worked overnight.
Yeah, I like the overnights. The main reason I like overnights is because all the big bosses were gone. and you make a plan, you stick to it, and that's what you did.
In the rear with the gear.
Right? How much does an over-the-counter CGM cost? You're not diabetic? Yeah. I'm not either. The Stello, you can buy 2 of them, and it's $99. The Lingo, you can actually buy them at Walmart now. They sell the Lingo at Walmart for, I think it was $47 or $43 right now. This one was actually on sale. I think I got this for $43 on sale just the other day. And that's for a single one. No confusion, Aaron is much better looking, but I have better hair. Right? I get that. All right. Well,
Aaron's a comedian tonight.
they all are. I did like the video that Aaron put out today, his little shopping trip, getting ready for his game, where he went to the store and hold on for just a moment.
Aaron, I thought the store clerk at the deli was going to give you some grief about getting 3 slices of everything. I would make a horrible co-host. Not good.
I'm sorry. What was that? Are you talking to the guys in the chat?
Yeah, I just told him I would make a horrible co-host.
No. Like I've said before in my other lives I do on the weekends, I'm always on call. I have a work phone, and if they got a call, they got a call. So, but everybody's just having a good time. I hope everybody, if you didn't watch the beginning of this year when I went over the benefits of a 24 to 48 hour part of the fast, I did put that out on the first part of the video. Check that out. And I'm going to get out of here because my family is showing up. I could hear them out there. Hot tub waits. Aaron. Wait. I have a hot tub. It's not even plugged in, not even hooked up. I miss it. Yeah, at least it was pre-sliced, right? CGMs work. The Stella works 14 days, and Stella works 15 days plus a 12-hour grace period. The Lingo works a strict 14 days, and you don't get any extra with them. Jerry says if you're not doing anything on 7/3 Friday, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, you're having a pajama party on your channel, a patriotic pajama party in your red, white, and blue, or all 3. Awesome. I'll have to see what's going on. I might be up north at my parents' for the 4th. And I will be on Dr. Kiltz, 8 a.m. Central Time on Friday.
On Friday?
So finally going to be on there. I was actually scheduled one other time, and then they changed the channel time. That was when they went from 4 a.m. Eastern to 5 a.m. Eastern, or however it was, 5 a.m. Eastern to 6 a.m. And it screwed my time up, so I wasn't able to do it. Brian is going to be the first interview in a series you'll be doing. Really, Brian? Awesome.
Very nice. I'm going to be on Juliet's on Sunday, and then Amy's sometime coming up. So I thank you
Cool.
for that, Lance. You kind of lit that candle.
Well, you need to put your information out there. You've had a great amount of healing and very inspirational story that you have. So, yeah, I was playing around the other day trying to figure out how to do some stuff like that. To do that, don't tell my wife, but I accidentally went live with her just goofing around.
Bye, Donna.
All right. Well, and with this, you all have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:15, and we'll do this once again.
That if your wife doesn't kill you.
Right? And Aaron's going to be on Dr. Kiltz on Monday.
Very nice. All right. I'll see you later. Thanks, Lance.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.
Bye-bye.